Let's talk about what's really happening when you train chest. Here's a question for you. When you press, where do you feel it? And be honest with yourself. Most people will say their shoulders, maybe their triceps. Some feel it in their neck. Very few actually feel their chest doing the work it's supposed to do. That's not a coincidence. That's your body screaming that something's off. See, your chest muscles, your pectoralis major and minor, are designed to do three main things: push, squeeze, and stabilize. But most people turn chest day into shoulder destruction day because they're missing three critical elements that nobody talks about. Before I show you the right way, let me expose the mistakes that are robbing you of gains and setting you up for injury. Mistake number one, the phantom setup. Let me paint a picture. You lie down on the bench, grab the bar, and immediately start pressing. Sound familiar? Here's what you just did. You skipped the foundation. Think of your body like a skyscraper. You can't build 50 stories on quicksand. Your shoulder blades, your scapulae, are that foundation. And right now they're floating around like loose change in your pocket. When you press without setting your shoulders, two things happen. First, your shoulders roll forward and up, which is the exact position that pinches your rotator cuff. But here's the fix most people miss: scapular retraction and depression. Sounds fancy, but it's simple. Pull your shoulder blades back and down, like you're trying to squeeze a pencil between them, and tuck them into your back pockets at the same time. Do that right now. Pull your shoulders back and down. Feel how your chest naturally pops up? That's the position of power. That's where your chest can actually do its job. Mistake number two, the elbow disaster. Okay, so you've set your shoulders. Now let's talk about what happens when you actually press. Look at most people in the gym, and you'll see elbows flared out at 90 degrees. They look like a lowercase t, and every single rep, they're sandpapering their shoulder joints from the inside. Here's the reality. Your shoulder is a ball and socket joint, but it needs protection. It's more like a golf ball on a tee than a bowling ball in a gutter. When your elbows flare too wide, you're putting your shoulder in impingement position. The magic angle? About 45 degrees. Some people call it the arrow position because from above you look like an arrow, not a T. Your elbows track at a slight angle away from your body, close enough to protect the shoulder, far enough to keep the chest engaged. Try this right now. Make a fist and press it up toward the ceiling. First with your elbow straight out to the side. Feel that pinch? Now bring your elbow down to 45 degrees. Completely different, right? But elbow position alone isn't enough if you're missing the third piece. Mistake number three, the incomplete repeat. Here's where things get interesting. Most people think a chest press is just up and down. Push the weight up, lower it down, repeat. Wrong. Your chest doesn't just push, it squeezes. The pectoralis major's main function is horizontal adduction. In English, bringing your arms together in front of your body. Every time you hug someone, high five, or clap your hands, that's your chest working. So when you press and your hands never come closer together, you're only using half of what your chest is capable of. On barbell press, you can't bring your hands together, so you compensate by actively pressing the bar toward your midline throughout the entire rep. Imagine you're trying to bend the bar in half. On dumbbell press or push-ups, you have freedom to move. So at the top of every rep, you don't just stop. You squeeze your hands together. You contract your chest like you're trying to crush a walnut. That final squeeze is where the magic happens. And here's a secret. Mind-muscle connection doesn't come from thinking about your chest. It comes from perfect mechanics plus intentional contraction. All right, let's put this into one complete package. Whether you're doing push-ups, dumbbell press, or bench press, the sequence is always the same. Step one, set your foundation. Pull your shoulder blades back and down. Create that stable platform. Your chest should feel open, your shoulders locked in place. Step two, control your elbow path. As you lower, your elbows track at roughly 45 degrees, not glued to your sides, not flared out wide. Think arrow, not T. Step 3, drive and squeeze. As you press up, you're not just pushing away, you're driving through your chest and actively thinking about bringing your hands together. At the top, squeeze everything for a full second. Step 4, lower with control. This is just as important. Control the eccentric, keep that shoulder position, feel the stretch at the bottom. Here's what this feels like when it's right. Shoulders stable, chest burning, not your delts, not your triceps, your chest. That's the difference. So here's what I want you to do. Right now, if you can, drop down and give me 10 perfect push-ups using everything we just talked about. Set your shoulders. Track your elbows at 45 degrees. Squeeze at the top like you're crushing something between your chest. Lower with control. Feel every single rep in your chest. If you've been doing it wrong for months or years, these 10 reps are going to feel completely different. They might feel harder because your chest is actually working. That's good. That's your body learning. And here's the truth. You don't need more exercises. You don't need more volume. You don't need a fancy program. You need to master the basics with perfect form. Do that, and your chest development will explode. Your body is capable of incredible things when you give it the right blueprint. Every rep is either building you up or breaking you down. Choose to build. Now get after it, stay consistent, and I'll see you in the next video. You've got this. So subscribe us for more videos and make better version of yourself.